Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
There was another video that I saw just over a year ago that convinced me to do something about all this. More than just complaining. I complain. That's what a pundit is, really, a complainer. But it was this video of a pastor in Calgary named Pavlovsky, who for many years has fed the homeless on the streets of Calgary. The city always gives him a hassle about it for some reason. They say he doesn't have a restaurant license. They give him tickets. The city's intolerant mayor, Naheed Nenshi, just hates this guy. I really don't know why. Maybe because he shames the city by showing the homelessness there that they prefer was kept in the shadows. Anyways, there was Arthur and his small little team from his church feeding the cold and the hungry. It was actually snowing. And then a bunch of bullies from the Calgary police come up and literally start pushing these Christians around and giving them enormous tickets. But this time they used the pandemic lockdown as their excuse. This is an illegal gathering. Take a look. This was the video that did it for me about 14 months ago.
This is not an event. This is not your picnic in a neighborhood for the fun of it. We are providing necessities of life to those that you and your bosses refuse to provide. You got all kinds of events happening right now, and yet the Calgary's finest are not bothering them. This is the hypocrisy of this city. This is the hypocrisy of our wonderful, fearless leaders. Where is Naheed Nenshi, the mayor of this city?
Can you guys do respectful social distance? He's allowed to
stand back from me a little bit. I need 8 feet.
Whoa.
I need 8 feet. Stand back. Okay?
Or what?
Stand
You're
back.
gonna threaten me and abuse me?
Hey, guys,
Do not do
6
that.
feet.
Tell him not
6
to
feet
touch
away.
me.
6 feet away for
Back up
everybody.
now.
That's for everybody.
I was so mad when I saw that. This was very early days. So I decided to start a project called Fight the Fines, and we set up the website fightthefines.com. Not to pay the fines for people. I don't have that kind of money, and I don't want to pay them. I want to fight them. We decided we were going to crowdfund lawyers to fight egregious cases like Arthur's, and Arthur became our very first client. Soon we started hearing about other crazy cases across Canada, like Walter Matheson in New Brunswick, who got a lockdown fine for literally sitting in his car, windows rolled up, by himself in a Tim Hortons parking lot, drinking a coffee. Remember that?
Not too bad.
Good. Tim Hortons has asked me to move people from the parking lot here.
Really?
Okay? I know you're by yourself and all that, but what it does is it's letting the teens see what happens, and then they all start hanging out here later on.
No, I don't
and Tim
believe
Hortons,
that.
pardon me?
I don't believe that.
You don't believe the teens
That's
will do
their
that?
that's their opinion.
No, that's true, but they have asked, and it is up to them to do it.
This country is still a free country.
Okay, if you don't move, I'm going to give you a $292 ticket.
Is that right?
Yes.
For doing what?
For not moving in compliance to what I'm saying. I'm trying to be
That's
nice
not
to
a
you.
law.
License, please. License, please.
No, I'll leave.
Then leave now.
Okay.
I was nice to you. I gave you a chance. Get out. If I catch you
Thank
back
you
here,
very
it will
much.
be a $292 ticket.
What's your name, sir?
Constable John Thompson.
Okay, thank you, John.
Okay? I would still like to see your driver's license, though.
Well, I'm okay.
No, I would like to see it, sir. Stop right there. Driver's license.
Just a minute, I'll back up.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to. You can stop right where you are.
Oh. How long is this going to go on?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I don't like it any more than you do, but I'm doing a job. I'll be right back. Hey, sir, I was nice to you. I asked you to leave. You gave me a hard time, so now you're getting a ticket.
I didn't give you
under
a
the
hard
failure
time.
to comply with the directions of the Emergency Measures Act.
didn't
Yes,
get-
you did, sir.
No, I
Okay?
didn't.
You
No, I
didn't
didn't.
want to leave. Don't try arguing now. If you want to take it up with someone, you can take it up with the sergeant at the office.
Okay.
I'm not dealing with you. Or you can go to court and you can contest it. Okay?
When the court date?
$292.50. You can pay it at any service in New Brunswick, or you can pay it online.
Oh, I'm not
Okay?
going to pay it.
Do you want it on court? Do you want to go to court in English or in French?
I'm English.
Do you want it in English?
Of course I do.
Okay. You have your driver's license back.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
going to get you to sign here. It's not admitting
No.
guilt, just I've explained it to you.
I'm not going to sign
Okay?
it, sir.
Refuse to sign. It still stands, even if you
know.
don't sign it.
Oh.
Okay? If you come back here, you will now be trespassing.
Excuse me?
If you come back, you will now be trespassing.
Does that include every Tim Hortons in town?
No, that's just one here in Hampton.
Just this one.
Just this one. So if you come back, you're trespassing. There's your ticket. Leave the parking lot now, sir. Let's have another one. Next one goes up to $1,000.
Really?
Yes. You can get up to $10,000.
How many have you given out today?
You're the first.
Well, I feel so good
You're
about
lucky. You're the first. You're the first asshole I've had.
that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, was that really about public health? No, it was not. It was about abuse and force and compliance and submission. The very things that are so terrifying to that scolding mask guy in the Toronto Mall. Do you see, the police don't have to threaten millions of Canadians. They can just threaten hundreds or maybe thousands, and the rest of Canadians will see and get the message and become scared and compliant like the guy in the mall. In fact, they'll become little enforcers, little snitches like that guy in the mall, just so the cops don't come down. And please don't come for me. I'll be your volunteer enforcer. Just don't enforce on me, please. So we started taking cases across Canada, and we actually started taking cases in the UK and Australia too. I think some of the worst cases in the world were from Australia. This one, a homeless man sleeping in his car, trying to save up money to get back into an apartment. He got a massive police ticket for breaking the curfew. He doesn't have a home, and he got ticketed for that. Remember this?
They got out of the car and then started asking me, why am I out of my house after curfew? Like I explained to them, this is my house. I'm living here. I don't understand what they mean, how am I out of my house? It's the only place that I have got to stay. Besides that, like on a park bench, but a car is much safer, warmer. You know, at least you've got doors to lock so no one can really attack you. They could throw stuff at your car, but that's about it. There's not much you can really do if you're in a car, so I don't think they should be giving fines. They should be helping. That's what the police are meant to be there for, to help people, not to harass.
Just absurd. And I think the most heartbreaking case we've taken anywhere in the world is from Australia too. It's a mum who was on the street. She was carrying a sign opposing the lockdown, but I want you to know she was not at a rally. It was not a gathering. She was just on the street, just with that little cardboard sign, and police seized her, threw her in the back of a police truck, separated her from her screaming child. Take a look.
My son's with me. I am not under arrest for anything. You are. No. Yes, you are. You need to get your hands off me. I do not consent to. No. Remove your hands from me now. Come on. No. This is not making a sense. No. No. Stop this. This is not okay. What you're doing is wrong. Leave me alone. No. Leave me alone. You leave me alone. Leave me alone. Listen to me. Leave me.
I hate that video so much. I hate watching it. We've taken her case too. I swear Australia's police are awful. Remember this guy from just last month?
I got it. No one.
What are you doing? Record this picture. What are you doing? Do not touch my neck, bro.
Come out of the car.
Step out of the car. I've had spinal surgery and I'll sue the shit out of you.
Come out of the car.
They're forcing somebody out of their vehicle now.
I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
Hold on, this is going nowhere.
Yep, this is going nowhere. You're weak as f*** now. F*** off. Major, keep recording. Look at what you're doing to my son. F*** off, man.
It's okay.
Major, sit back. You're alright.
What's your name?
Leave me the
Okay.
f*** alone, bro.
Hey,
I've done nothing wrong.
Just the worst. Of course, the police hate us for reporting on these things. They repeatedly arrest our reporter in Australia, Avi Yamini. Remember this?
It was quite peaceful until...
This bloke here is not here for any purpose of reason. Putting him under arrest. But this guy here is going to be placed under arrest right now.
Well, I'm under arrest. I'm media. I am media. I'm media. I've got my permit in my pocket. My permit is in my pocket. I'm fine.
For recording devices, because you don't want to be recorded. You remember how that happened?
Guys, I don't want to go, so they're going to have to physically take me. You can see here, it's against my will. You can see here, guys, it's against my will. You can see here, I'm getting forced and pushed in the back.
They've done that to us in Canada too, not quite as dramatically. The Toronto police are the most violent towards us.
Oh no. Hands behind your back, hand on left. You don't understand that.
This is communism for God. He is created this virus.
Just a disgrace. We're suing them. Montreal's police are really creepy too. They found our Airbnb where our staff were staying in Montreal. They wanted to raid it and search our rooms without a search warrant for no reason. They just wanted to. They arrested our reporter, David Menzies, and took him to jail. And on other occasions, they've roughed up several of our other reporters just for reporting.
Oh, look at this, the affirmative action hire. Are you Celine Dion? Hey, do not touch our people.
Go cover Menzies.
Do not touch you. Oh, here comes the real police. Did you touch him? Did you touch him? Why did you touch him? No, he drove into me. He drove into me. Are you hiding your name? Into me. Keep your distance. Hey! Here are the thugs! Here are the thugs! Here come the thugs! Shame! 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 Shame!
You see my point? This stopped being about the virus a very long time ago. This stopped being about flattening the curve a very long time ago. It's instead being about flattening our civil liberties for a long time, because we're here at Rebel News, we're one of the few news networks that has been covering the lockdown from the people's point of view, as opposed to cheering it on from the politicians' point of view. Because that we've been roughed up a bit, I think the stupidest response to us was from Doug Ford's Justice Department. I don't know if you remember, they sent 2 letters to threaten to sue us because we used this stock photo of an Ontario Provincial Police uniform, not even a cop's face, on our Fight the Fines website. They threatened us with 4 lawsuits over that image. How pitiful they are. But this whole thing has confirmed for me the importance of our Fight the Fines project that we launched back in April of 2020, more than 14 months ago. The importance to the individual people we're helping, of course, the importance of someone fighting back for you, because the left-wing Canadian Civil Liberties Association hasn't lifted a finger. Our allies at the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms have done a great job, a lot of important cases. I give them unlimited credit for that, but no one on the left. It's important that we do this, and I'm here to tell you that as of yesterday, we've taken 1,834 Fight the Fines cases in Canada alone. We've taken a couple dozen in the UK and Australia, but 1,834 in Canada. I can't even believe it. In fact, every single day we get 10 to 20 people asking for help. Some people get a pretty basic ticket. Some people get a more complicated ticket. Some people have literally received criminal prosecutions of one kind or another. And Pastor Pavlovsky, well, he wasn't just our first client, he's been our repeat client. It won't surprise you to learn that he has received many more tickets since that first one. And then he went viral with this video a few months ago from his church when some cops were trying to interrupt.
Please get out. Get out of this property. Immediately get out. Get out of this property immediately. Out. I don't want to hear anything. Out of this property immediately. I don't want to hear a word. Out. Out. Out of this property immediately until you come back with a warrant. Out. 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 Out of this property. Immediately out. Immediately go out and don't come back. I don't want to talk to you. Not a word. Out of this property. Immediately out.
Wow, that went super viral around the world, and it politically embarrassed the awful Calgary police and their mayor, who decided to crack down on this turbulent priest. And so one day after church, when he was on his way home just driving, police swarmed his vehicle like he was a drug kingpin in a getaway or something, like he was a terrorist. They dragged him out of his car onto the middle of a busy highway, cars whizzing by, made him kneel down on the middle of the street. So we've been busy. Arthur is famous, and some of our other cases are too, but most of them aren't. Most are just severely normal people. I checked our video playlist, which you can see here. We now have 166 stories that we've told, 166 videos we've told about the different families we're helping. And that's the thing, for some families, especially targeted by the lockdown laws, $1,000, $1,500 fine can be devastating. I mean, that's a huge pill for anyone to swallow. I don't care if you're a millionaire, if you get a $1,500 fine, you're going to be upset about it for days. But what if you're someone targeted by the political lockdown, a working class person, someone who can't do their job by Zoom? You're not in a government union, you're not a banker or a lawyer, you may be a waiter or a waitress or a bartender, or you were working in a retail store and you were shut down, but Amazon wasn't, and you're outside because you don't have a backyard, let alone a country home, and some busybody cop comes to kick you out of a park somewhere, so you get a $1,500 fine. That's going to destroy you, make you miss your rent, make you, I don't know, cause such a big problem in your life. You're already stressed, you're already unemployed. $1,500 fine is the kind of thing that could break up a marriage, Our lawyers tell us that most of our clients are working class people. Of course they are. The lockdown class, the politicians, the journalists, the lawyers, those types, they're not the ones getting ticketed for doing illegal haircuts or trying to earn a living or going to the park. They've already got their fancy backyard pools or getaways in the country. So we now have more than 1,800 clients. And a couple of months ago, we had a huge breakthrough. We are now working with the CRA compliant charity called the Democracy Fund, which gives charitable tax receipts for donations. So unlike donations to Rebel News, which isn't charitable, donations to the Fight the Fines Project, they are charitable, and you'll get a receipt from the Democracy Fund you can use at tax time. That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.